I met Julie Payette in December of 2009 at the 20th anniversary of Canada's National Centers of Excellence program, and she was introduced as a Canadian who truly symbolizes excellence and achievement and one of Canada's most successful scientists. She gave an inspirational talk and had the audience glued to her presentation. Striving for and achieving excellence is indeed a feature of Ms. Payette's life. She completed her Bachelor of Electrical Engineering cum laude at McGill University and her Master's of Applied Science Computer Engineering at the University of Toronto. She has received numerous special honors. For example, highest honorary award and faculty award at McGill University, NSERC postdoc, Canadian Council of Professional Engineers distinction for exceptional achievement for a young science engineer, NASA Space Flight Medal several times, Chevalier de l'Ordre de la Pléiade de la Francophonie, Knight of the Ordre National du Québec, highest recognition of the Canadian Council of Professional Engineers, and Officer of the Order of Canada, just to mention a few. Excellence of an individual is often not limited to one particular domain or a region of the brain. Ms. Payette has a commercial pilot license as well as a military license, including military instrument rating. She is fluent in and can converse in 6 languages, plays the piano, has sung with the Montreal Symphony Orchestra, the Piacere Vocale in Basel, Switzerland, and the Tafelmusik Baroque Orchestra in Toronto. She also enjoys running, skiing, racket sports, and scuba diving. She is also engaged in many external activities. For example, she was a member of the Board of Canada's Own the Podium Olympic High Performance Program and carried the Olympic flag in the opening ceremony at the 2010 Olympic Games in Vancouver, British Columbia. Just on the side, Ms. Payette was the first Canadian to participate in an international space station assembly mission and to board the space station. She served as a mission specialist, was responsible for the station systems, supervised the spacewalks, and operated the famous Canadarm robotic arm. From 2000 to 2007, she was chief astronaut for the Canadian Space Agency. She traveled 6 million kilometers in space. At Air Canada, that would mean 60 times super elite status. That is 1,300 times from here by road to Vancouver and about 4,000 times to Halifax. Our students have their own roads to travel, and we are certain that individuals like yourself will inspire them for and along the path they choose to take. Today's honorary degree is one in a long list of such degrees for you, but we hope it will be special to you and create a connection to Carleton, an institution that this audience is particularly fond of. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of leadership in exploration of space and inspiration to Canadian youth, by her example of achievement and service, I request that you confer the degree of Doctor of Engineering, honoris causa, upon Julie Payette.
By virtue of my authority, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Engineering, honoris causa. Congratulations.
Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. Hello, everyone at Carleton. It is such a pleasure to be here, and I must thank Dr. Runte and her staff and the members of the Board of Governors for having such patience and such perseverance to allow me to stand very humbly in front of you today. You're the real cause of why we're all here, but I am delighted to be part of it. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Jörg, for the presentation. He did actually steal a bit of my thunder because he's telling you about dimensions. It turns out that a couple of days ago, some of you might have seen it with your own eyes, there is this second planet of the solar system who decided to make a small little transit over our sun. And it was an event that could only be witnessed every 117 or 22 years or so. For those of you who've seen it, that's good because it's not coming back in our lifetime, most of us. What is amazing about it is that we are part of an incredible world. And we are a tiny, 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 tiny little grain of sand in this immense universe. Even on the planet, it's a little hard to get places. On Monday, I went to Nanaimo, British Columbia, a beautiful place. It took me 11 hours, 3 flights, 3 time zones, basically half the day to get out there from Washington, D.C. to Nanaimo, BC. If I had been in the spaceship, it would have taken, like the space shuttle that travels, at 25 times the speed of sound, or 28,000 kilometers per hour, it would have taken that journey 9 minutes. Do you believe that? 9 minutes. The reason I'm telling you this is to illustrate the power of looking at things from different perspectives. How things take completely different proportions. How definitions of what is considered normal can be altered. How expectations can be transformed when you look at things with a different angle and you let something different into your perception and your thinking. We live in an incredibly diverse world. Really a world of contrast. A world where in places there are inequalities, other places opportunities. A world where there is abundance, like here, or misery next door. A world where beauty sometimes transforms into disaster. A world, unfortunately, still always fighting a tug of war between war and peace. That dichotomy we see played every day in the newspaper. Just like last week, when we can see from the same region, a country celebrating their first free democratic elections in thousands of years of history, and the neighbor putting to rest civilian casualties of all ages. Here in Canada, and we don't say it often enough, we sit resolutely on the good side of the wealth divide. Look at us. We are so lucky to be living in this country. Citizens, immigrants, and visitors alike. We don't say it often enough, but here we are rich, we are prosperous, we are plentiful of resources and of brilliant people. We are somewhat tolerant, we are welcoming, and most of all, we are free. When compared to other places on this tiny planet, we see that our freedom of choice, our equality of chances, our access to services and opportunities is almost unsurpassed. And this good fortune we owe, in good part, to the fact that people have decided collectively to work together to contribute to making this place and other places a better world, to share, to be open, to change, and tolerant to differences, to welcome and embrace different perspectives. Because as a member of a privileged nation, we have the duty to contribute and the duty to share and extend a hand whenever we can. Because with privileges comes responsibilities. Now you're probably wondering, what is she talking about? What is she telling us? All of this, yeah, us. And what does it have to do with graduating with a degree in engineering or a postgraduate degree? Well, everything and nothing. Because today, you have just reached a huge milestone, and you are entering a privileged group of your own. Today, you've completed a very rigorous academic program, and you've given yourself perhaps the most fundamental ticket to your success, but to the wealth of the community and the society around you. You've given yourself a chance to further your education. And for this, congratulations. This is a tremendous accomplishment. Bravo. I need to salute some of the folks that are here, the academic staff, your professors, your parents, your friends and family here in the audience or perhaps watching on the podcast. Thank you for being there, because we can't do anything alone. So today really is a fun day. It's celebration. Hey, you've made it. So after I'm finished talking and a few other formalities that we have to do, then out you go and you're going to celebrate and pat yourself on the back, and then you're going to scream and, well, maybe drink a little or other things that you do. Celebrate, have a really good time, and then tomorrow when you wake up, then it's payback. Because with privileges comes responsibilities. You have indeed entered an elite group, but as such, you hold a part of responsibility. Now, people are expecting things out of you. You are Carleton University graduate or with a postgraduate degree, and people will expect you to deliver. That's great. Go out there. Be all you can be. Never settle for mediocrity. Be active. Be involved all the time. Have vision, passion, opinions. Make them known. But wherever you go and whatever you do, never forget how lucky and fortunate you are. Never be afraid to stay open to different perspectives, to welcome change, to make sure that you leave room for the uncharted and the unknown. Especially, I would say, because I'm one of your engineers. Sometimes we go into our work and we're so taken. Never forget that you are in a privileged position to share and to extend a hand. And as you do that, have a great time. Continue to mold yourself in what you'd like to be. Dare to dream. And as my friend Buzz Lightyear would say, to infinity and beyond. Congratulations.